Hello, Jasper here from the Pride Channel back to the Simpsons review. If you didn't see the last one, go and check it out in the episode. This episode is another good episode. The episode starts with everybody pretty much smoking at Moe's Tavern and cheering on with Homer and pretty much saying what he's doing pretty much that they've been hearing and selling these pumpkins pretty much for Halloween. And yeah, it seems like a pretty good thing, except when they start molding, and this guy's telling him that he's got to sell these pumpkins pretty much fast, find some way. And yeah, he doesn't have any money, of course, because he's running up on a debt. And he thinks that the house is on fire, and when he realizes that, yep, Selma and Patty are obviously there. And he just obviously doing like he usually does around Selma and Patty. Again, you know what Homer normally does. And pretty much throws them out. And Marge telling him that he's not meaning to be like this, and they're wondering when he's going to wake up and see what Homer really is. He breaks a plate on his head. Yeah, he's obviously haven't told Homer or Marge about the whole situation. And he's got to figure out some way to get money, which he tries to tell this guy to give him money, which it doesn't work. And he's got to come up with some way to earn money fast. Which, yeah, he goes to sleep, and he gets this dream of a invention that he makes, which Marge wakes him up, and pretty much he's wondering about his invention, and, of course, imagines everybody as different things, and Marge telling him to stop biting on the wall. Milhouse and Bart are walking to school. Well, Bart is obviously just standing while Principal Skinner tells everybody to go and choose some classes. Pretty much class sign-ups in the gym. And yeah, Ralph pretty much being stuck and tied down into the pole. And yeah, the bell rings, which Milhouse goes, and Bart saying that he can have much as fun without him, which he does this weird thing with his hand. And Homer's trying to see if Moe can help him out, which Moe said that he would need to do his legs, which he says he sews this hammer, which yeah, he pretty much starts walking away. And pretty much all the classes have been filled, pretty much, that Milhouse tells them. And Nelson, yep, all the classes have been filled. Principal Skinner says that there's one class open left, and it's ballet. And he says that ballets are for girls. And yeah, Homer's still in this situation where he's got to figure out to get the money, or they're going to take his house, pretty much. So he comes begging to Selma and Patty. Pretty much getting to a point where you're gonna see where he's like a slave to them. He starts laughing and pretty much all in a cheery mood. And Selma and Patty come, and of course Homer being rough with them, and Marge getting coffee for them. And yeah, making Homer do these things for him, or so Marge won't figure out what happens. And saying that Homer's giving them a massage, which yeah, he's having to do it. Bart comes in being laughed at and saying that he doesn't want to do this, obviously, but he's forced to. Homer, or his friends coming into his station saying it's time to go home, and Homer's still mad about with Selma and Patty. Kids are the girl the girls in the ballet are doing their stuff, and Bart's saying that he doesn't need this, which he starts to actually do it just fine. And yeah, Selma and Patty still working Homer like a slave, doing these different things. I get on the floor. And yeah, the piece of paper goes into the lamp of the reflection, and Marge actually figures out of it. Which he throws Selma and Patty and accidentally Marge, which he comes back, grabs Marge. I'm so sorry. And he says that he never wants to see Selma and Patty again, which he then says that he understands if she just wants to sleep on the couch that night. And Marge telling the kids that Homer's in a horrible situation. Yeah, he's under the table. And again, Bart doing a good job with ballet. And actually, the teacher is actually telling him that he's going to be performing pretty much. Which Homer's on this, going through this book. And it's actually a kind of laugh, kind of joke-like book thing. And he reads these extras paper, he says, and he sees this limo kind of driving thing that he can try to get the money for. And this creepy thing, when she said that she didn't turn on the TV, and Homer said he didn't turn on the TV, and then he said to turn it off, and she said it's already off when they don't have the remote. So the recital is on, and Principal Skinner saying that there's some that's pretty much in detention that have come, and lots of different kids, which the ballet begins. Bart obviously wearing a mask, and they're all wondering who it is. And Homer driving the celebrity and talking to him and the police, and saying that he doesn't have exactly, which he tries to pull away, and he says that he doesn't have a license pretty much, which tells him to go to Selma and Patty, which he starts screaming, and the celebrity pretty much so if he can go with the police. Everybody's all touched with his ballet dancing, and he reveals that it is Bart, and everybody, of course, going to pick at him, which he says that they can go ahead, which, yeah, they start doing so. He tries to jump over this ditch, and remembering what he's taught, and yeah, he's all injured, and Lisa's actually proud of him, and yeah, he's all injured that he needs medical attention. And Homer still hating that he has to see Selma and Patty about this, and yeah, them with his test, and obviously failing his class, or keeps failing, and they get caught pretty much, or what it seems. But Homer takes the blame for Selma and Patty, and saying it was him that was smoking pretty much. And yeah, Selma and Patty are actually very sorry with Homer, pretty much. Pretty much very sorry. Pretty much. And Homer's like, keeps saying the whole money thing, and they're like doing his license, and then he just drives off pretty much. Yeah, that ends this episode. So yeah, real great ending to this episode. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure all notifications turned on so you don't miss anything new. And let me know what you think. Until next one.